I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Roll call.
Bob Facilius,
Here.
Travis Dunlap,
Present.
Timothy Meunier,
Here.
Bernie Paprad.
Here.
Jim Weeks is absent.
Okay, approval of minutes for February 28th, 23 meeting.
Make a motion. A second.
I have a motion, a second, any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Bob Facilius,
Yes.
Timothy Meunier,
Yes.
Bernie Paprad.
Yes. Communication, bills or expenditures,
Nothing.
nothing. Okay. Anything, report of officers, committee and staff? Anything from you? Nothing?
Nothing here.
None, nothing, nothing. Michelle,
Nothing.
nothing? Okey dokey. We'll get right into this thing. Preliminary hearing, when we have a preliminary hearing, I need for you to stand up, speak loudly enough that she can get it on the recording, and I need you to state your name, and then we'll go from there. How do you say that, Surgeon?
Yeah, Ferguson.
Surgeon? Let's hear what you have to say.
Do I stand at the podium or just here?
You can stand right there, it's closer to the microphone right there.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, my name is Brian Lewandowski. I'm with A1 Construction. I'm talking on behalf of, I have a power of attorney for Brent Olson. He's the current property owner, but Mark Ferguson, he's on the Zoom meeting as well. He's looking to put an auto shop at 278 Mountain Road. I think you guys have just some preliminary plans for that building. And so I believe an auto shop is a permitted use in that town. It just needs a special exception. Like, we're not here for any setback variances, any lot coverage, any building heights, none of that stuff. The plan that we have, I think, meets all those requirements for that.
The building commissioner did say that nothing else has to be, because if you're gonna come to the BZA and you need anything, you might want to think about doing it at one time.
Yeah, well, we're just, to my knowledge, like did we give them the plans too?
I have, they got them when you got rejected.
Yeah.
You got rejected.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't note anything about any setback requirements. I found the requirements that you guys had, and we met all those requirements, so.
Okay.
But Mark, he's been in business for over 10 years. He used to have a shop down 149. There's a gym.
now.
Yeah, it's a gym now.
Yeah.
So he was there and renting that place, and Mark's actually a tenant of mine. He's in Chesterton now, kind of in the post office now. We had a 3-bay building that he needed to jump to work out of that, and he's simply overgrown his space. He's been a tenant of mine for almost 4 years now. And, I don't have any problems with cars sitting out there. I mean, he turns them around. I think he probably has a car there for a couple of days and gets it back to the customer, and then he's on to the next one. So it's not like he has a junkyard, just a bunch of cars and putting a bunch of parts all over the place, so I have no complaints with the way that he runs his business, and his customers seem to be happy. So.
Well, with that, we will address that if you get to a public hearing.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
What you can do, what you can't do, and everything else.
Yeah, and I think he works on light trucks, like he's no semi. I think the biggest thing he might see is like an F-250 or something, which is essentially a passenger
It is.
vehicle.
It is limited to 26,000 pounds.
Yeah, he'd be
in the town code.
under that threshold for that, so. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns.
Question?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, you're obviously building, I'm seeing this, is this an actual put together by like a contractor? Is it schematic what we would put up, or is it just a general diagram?
No, I put that together for him as, you know, just a picture of what, you know, what it would look like. I think it met all your front facade requirements as far as window coverage on the first floor and that kind of stuff. There's some
Okay.
percentages for that in the second floor and.
The only thing we gotta worry about, and it's kind of a weird thing. You're fronted by two roads that are main arteries in town. Everybody doesn't realize the Old Porter, but it has as much traffic as anything, you know, there's a lot of traffic coming that way, so we're gonna have to have it. Okay, come on in, people. Okay, so. Have anything?
Nature of it, as far as like medium vehicle repair, limited to cars, any description as far as like the extent of the repairs?
I mean, he's, Mark is online. Mark, can you hear us?
Yeah, are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, so like his question is like the extent of your repairs, like. You're not a transmission shop or anything, right? You're not like rebuilding, just kind of explain what you do.
Yeah, so we've been in business since 2012. We mainly provide routine maintenance and light repairs on passenger vehicles and light trucks. About close to 50% of our work is European passenger cars, so Porsche, Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW. The remainder would be American and Asian passenger cars and light duty trucks. We don't do unit repairs there, so we don't rebuild transmissions or engines. We will install like a remanufactured unit from a company, but we don't get into any rebuilding of assemblies there. It's mainly just maintenance and just general repair. The biggest truck that we would work on would have a gross vehicle weight of like 8,000 pounds. So nothing medium or heavy duty, just basically pickup trucks.
And what's the turnaround time typically when the car is coming in and out within a day or two, 5 days? Or is this any kind of long-term storage involved? Just want to check.
No, so we try very hard to turn the cars around within 24 hours. There are a few rare cases where we work on, like for instance, a Porsche that may take a little bit longer to get parts for. And we, for the most part, don't work on anything older than 15 years. So mainly newer model vehicles. We don't have a lot of people that bring us a lot of old cars that end up being abandoned or anything like that.
I got one question. You do oil changes and everything?
We do.
And are you planning on having something there for waste removal?
Yeah, so we have tanks to store used oil, and then we work with a company called Turnkey Environmental that comes and recovers like used oil filters. And then we have just basically a small dumpster that we have dumped a couple of times a week.
Okay,
He's not doing, but you're not strictly, like, what do you have, like a 55-gallon drum of waste oil or something like that, Mark?
It's a 250-gallon tank.
Okay, so, yeah, but it's not, but you're a big portion of your business, you aren't running oil changes through there like 500 times a day, right?
No, we're not a quick lube or anything like that. Generally, we'll do 4 to 6 oil changes a day, in addition to just basic maintenance and repairs.
well, I knew it would be a bigger tank because it's not economically feasible for that guy to come out and get oil at 55 gallons,
Right,
you know, so that's okay
right.
too. Okay,
What do the business hours look like?
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM.
And Mark's down in Florida too, so he's able to catch us there.
Was that 8 to 5?
Yes.
Okay. You got anything else?
Not at the moment.
You got anything?
Just confirm, so you're thinking of putting an 8-bay in?
Yeah, there's 8 bays there.
Okay. And one just quick question, the tank, the waste oil tank, it's above ground or below ground?
It's above ground.
The guy comes in and just sucks it out and he's gone, takes filters. More likely they'll have a tray on top. The second filters in there, everything drained into the tank. Go from there. That's the way we had it at our shop. Okay, fellas.
I move that we put this for a public hearing.
The public hearing would be the 25th.
Yes, April 25th.
Okay,
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Okay. Any other questions? Roll call.
Timothy Menyai,
Yes.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Bob Vasilius,
Yes.
Bernie Paprad.
Yes. See you
All
on
right.
the 25th.
Yeah, thanks for your time. And if something pops up from now until the next meeting, don't hesitate to reach out.
You're gonna be the one coming here and talking.
Well, Mark, will you be able to attend the next meeting?
I will.
Yeah, on the 25th. So
All right.
both of us will be here.
Did she have a copy of the power of attorney?
She has both
Yes.
of them for
You
us.
have it
Yeah.
already? Okay, so you can talk on behalf of the owner of.
Yeah, and it's sales contingent that we get approval for this. So if we don't get approval, then he doesn't buy it. Yeah, so,
Well, that's smart right there.
Yeah.
Why would you buy it and not?
right.
Okay,
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you
don't have
guys.
to stay, or you can stay.
I'll stay around.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Let's go to number 2. Luke Doyle.
Hi, my name's Charlie Ray. I'm with Booming Group. I'm representing Luke Oil. And we do have the power of attorney. And we have met with the building commissioner at the site. There's a parcel of land that's adjacent to Luke Oil that 20 and 149. And they were, I think the original intent was to do diesel fuel there, but they're not going to do that. So what they're looking at doing is putting in a storage facility. And the storage facility will be accessed actually through their property. So that there won't be any road cuts on 20, won't be any more cuts on Porter Road. And the property to the, I believe it's the east, is the one that it shows as a residence, but Google shows it as a business. So we're not really sure, but the facility that we have will actually block the sound and lights from the service station. The thing will be open, the facility will only be open from like 8 to 5. It's not going to be opened at night. There's no sewer, there's no water, there's no gas, just electric, and that'll serve the gates and also the wall packs that'll be on the aisleways at night. They'll have cameras, and it'll be the people that actually work at the station will be the ones that'll be monitoring it. So the traffic would be probably 2 to 3 cars a day, and that's from the traffic engineer's manual, because it's a small facility. So I think if you look at the layout that we have, let's see. Yes, this was here. That's fine. The fence will be on the front and back. And the sides, the building here and the building here will have a solid wall on either side, so it'll act as a fence. So it'll keep people from running back there and things like that. And I think that we also have the detention pond to take care of drainage and really anything else that might come along.
Where's the detention pond?
It's right.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's right there. Am I reading this correctly? This is a two-story? No, it's one story. No, it says two-story building. No, that is incorrect. No, they're only one-story buildings. That's it.
How many total units?
I don't know. We haven't decided yet because the reason I say that is they have 10 by 20s, 5 by 20s, and then they have some other ones too. But I can get that for you where they're still deciding what use to do. Because it depends on the area, which ones go the best, whether it be, we do Bill Bennett's work. I don't know if you know him or not, but he does a lot of storage facilities, so we do his stuff. He's also been consulted, we've worked with him on this, and he's pretty much told us what to expect, what to look for, and things like that. So.
What's the address on this?
It would be.
What's that?
288.
Mount Road?
Yeah,
All right, that'll be next to my home.
is it? Okay.
So why would you want a storage facility that would be such a small location?
Now, you stand up. If you want to talk, you need to stand up and state your name so we know.
On 286 Mountain Road.
Okay,
I'm in between, there's 4 acres roughly in between Luke gas station and my home,
okay.
all 4. There was a home there, it looks like a long time ago. And you would like to put up what?
Certainly storage facility,
Of what?
just use storage places.
Storage.
Yeah.
You know, just like all the rest.
Why would you want those right there?
Well, because the person I'm representing want them.
Okay. Let's get this straight. You talk to me, you talk to me. You don't talk to each other, okay? Thank you. All right, you're wondering why they're gonna have storage, why they want storage units?
Why would you put storage facilities on Route 20? Right in between a gas station and a home. And a residential home. Well, how close is it gonna be to my house? What kind of cameras are you gonna have? What kind of security are you gonna have to protect my property?
Yeah, you know, this is a preliminary hearing right now.
I understand, but I
At
gotta
the public hearing, we'll get into all of that.
I'm glad I came here. I wasn't even here for that. I'm glad I was here.
Well, this is the first time they've been here.
Okay,
Okay,
but I'm on the same page.
okay,
That's all I have to say. I wanna hear what he has to say.
okay.
I wanna hear what you guys have to say.
Fine. Well, that's stuff you're gonna have to figure out. If you get granted a public hearing, you need to figure it out for him, what protections you're gonna have.
Right. and we
For
got
him.
that.
You gotta watch the lighting, so the lights don't go on there.
There are no lights that would be over in his area at all.
Okay, and then,
And there'd be a wall up there so that nobody could ever get into his area.
How high is that wall?
It's the building height, which is probably 10 feet.
okay,
And then there's a fence on the perimeter of that, or that
Yeah,
wall is on the perimeter?
The wall's a perimeter, and then on the back side would be a fence, and on the front side would be a fence. And the access would be from the station itself, so that no lights would get in, would show on him.
well, there could be nobody there at night anyhow.
Nobody's there at night. Yeah, nobody's there at night.
Okay. You have another question?
Yes. So the only entrances would be through the gas station?
That's what he
At the
said.
gas station only.
Yes,
So there'll be a brick wall, north side, east side, south side.
no, a fence on the south side, east side would be a wall, and the west side would be a wall.
How far east are you going from the gas station?
Okay. I don't know, but, well, here's the picture.
Yeah.
We can even minus a third. So it looks like. It looks like coming out to the property.
Can would it be okay if I give him a copy of this?
That's fine.
Because then it shows that he's got, like, there's 17 feet from there to the property line.
Well, we have a 15-foot easement in between us.
Yeah.
So 17.
Okay.
15-foot easement.
I'll just give him this.
Okay.
It'll be easy. It'll be easier,
Okay, just give him a picture of that. And you got anybody else want a picture of it? I'll take a picture. Michelle, could we get some copies?
I have an extra one.
The property adjacent to it.
If I get your email, I can email you. There you go.
Okay. Travis, you have anything?
I guess the request is for the use variance, correct?
Yes.
I guess. From some earlier discussion, as far as other variances required, have those been looked at or identified, such as facade standards, et cetera?
We did look at it, and we talked to the building department too. We met them out there and went through everything.
And he said everything was okay, you met.
Well, he thought it was a good use because it would actually block the sound from the gas station to the adjacent residential use. And we weren't making any cuts on 20 or Old Porter Road.
Okay. Michelle, we have to make sure that the building commissioner is here for next meeting.
He's here right now.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm hiding over here,
Come on, say it up there, so we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't hide on me. I don't know. It's a new building commissioner. Tell everybody your name. Okay, that's a new building. If you're gonna do anything, that's the guy you go see. Okay? Did you look at the plans over? Was there any?
I did look at it.
Anything jumped out?
The storage facility itself is, they're planning on building a nice storage facility. I think the biggest question is whether the town wants another storage facility on that location. That's the biggest question. That's totally up to, board, but as far as the storage facility itself, they intend to build a nicer one.
What are the buildings gonna be made of?
We haven't really, typically they're made with metal, but we have done them with block, we have done them with brick, we've had faces put on it. We've even done some where we make the front look like an office.
Okay. Well, that's stuff you're gonna have to let us know what it is, because if you're working with Bennett, you see on 1050, that's a concrete blockwood, right?
Right, we did that.
And everything else. And so that's something you're gonna have to, if you do get a public hearing, that's something you're gonna have to define right out of what's going on,
Okay, we will.
okay?
Is it gonna have 24-hour access?
No,
Said
no, we consulted with Bill and Bill said that 24-hour doesn't work well, so.
What would the hours be?
I don't know, 8 to 7 to 5 or kind of like the daylight hours.
Okay.
As far as what you're having stored there, this isn't gonna be excess RVs, other.
No.
vehicles parked there for 6-8 months. at a time.
No, the biggest unit would be 10 by 20.
So no outside storage.
No outside storage at all.
Do we power any of the units like? for
No,
use?
no power to any of the units because they've had problems with the powered units where people actually move into them. There's no power, nothing. The only power is the wall packs. Their lights.
people in town, the one guy was living in one in town right there. Yeah. But I was gonna say, it doesn't take the electric for people to move in and try to live there. But with your limited hours, if you shut that gate off,
Yeah,
they have no access to get in and out. That's something else.
right.
All right.
And with the fencing, is this, what kind of fencing? We're not talking barbed wire.
No. If you look at Bill's facilities, he uses the aluminum wrought iron looking fences, so they look nice. And that's what he would use.
I would like to scope. The east side fence on what that would be, the brick wall would also be involved with that,
Okay.
if you can.
All right, anybody else? Anybody else have anything?
Travis, got something else?
Paperwork's in order.
Everything's okay, yeah. I should have asked on the other guy, but her and I have been talking. We know the paperwork. And because we've had some paperwork issues.
What's the question? I don't have any more questions.
Okay. What's your,
Make a motion for a public hearing. I'll second that under the condition of what we discussed as a group here, that there's more clarity with this.
We could do that.
So what the walls will look like, the fencing, because for a public hearing, there will be questions, so.
We can do it. We can do a 3D view of it.
Yeah, and if it is something that is printed, please bring it in comments.
okay, yeah, make sure you got everything all lined up now,
Right.
because there'll be people, we might have to move it, because we might have a whole bunch of people here. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I got a motion in a second. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Rob Cecilius.
Yes.
Timothy Meunier,
Yes.
Bernie Papa.
Yes. Okay,
All right. Thank you so much.
all right, thank you.
Let's see, try it.
So. All right, we're gonna go to a public hearing. And the same rules apply. Don't talk it this way, that way, when you come up there. Make sure you state your name and everything else, so we know. And who it is, and we'll go from there. All right, who's Gabriel?
It's me, Euro.
Come on around, tell us what you do.
So. I have the public hearing for the, well, I have the papers, but the special exemption for Jim's Auto to be placed for the property of 280 Melton Road.
Okay,
As we discussed in the preliminary. It would be light, medium, if we can have a special exemption for that property to be used for the mechanic shop.
okay,
And if there's any questions regarding the mechanic shop, I would allow them to answer the questions, but being the property owner, my plans is to keep the property as presentable as possible at all times that I can, even though there is boats currently there, it will be taken and currently just a little bit maintenance on the property, but ultimately having it ready to be used for another use as a mechanic shop. So,
okay. Well, we did talk about it last time, about cleaning the property up.
yes, sir.
Okay, and making sure that's all right. No boats, no RVs, no nothing parked in front of the building, and go from there. All right. All right, we have one thing. When you filed it, somehow you got the wrong paperwork. Well, we changed, it's now for a special exception. And that's what it is, because it's not a use variance. And that's the paperwork they filled out to come here. And there's nothing that they did, it's the town's fault right there, so we're gonna go ahead with the public hearing.
Yeah, it does appear the proper paperwork has now been filled out.
Mhm.
And that was my biggest concern was that, the board does make a determination that.
Okay,
All right, printers.
all right. Special exception, this means you have to come before the board. A use variance means there's something in there, either the building's too big, the building's too small, it doesn't make setbacks or whatever, and you have to get one permit. But since it's a building that's here already, and everything's it's been there forever. We'll go ahead with that. All right, so the public hearing is open. And first of all, I'd like to hear from anybody that is in favor of this coming through.
We are both in favor of this coming through. We live 2 lots down.
I know where you live, you were here before we go.
I have met the gentleman multiple times. He's an awesome person. I met the gentleman.
Okay. All right,
I see no reason why they shouldn't have an awesome job. That's gonna benefit Burns Harbor.
okay, thank you. You get his name, Michelle?
Yes.
You know him. All right, anybody else want to speak in favor? Stand up.
Forgive me for not standing.
Oh, okay,
I have an inner ear issue which affects my balance.
that's fine. Just state your name.
Robert Hampshire.
Okay,
I've been doing business with this family when Doug's father ran the shop since the late 80s. And since then, I continue to take my vehicles there. New vehicles, vehicles that I've driven to go into the mill. The mill can be very tough on vehicles, so most of us have a mill vehicle. And so other, but their honesty, their accuracy up front, they're gonna tell you what it looks like to repair your car. If something comes up, they're gonna call you first and say, look, Bob, which is me, we weren't expecting this, but this is what it's gonna cost. And our opinion is you should. And sometimes there are things that can be done to your automobile that affect the right side of the front of the vehicle. And if you got a lot of mileage on your car, you might as well do the other side. They'll give you their best opinion. And there's a reason why I continue to go back there.
okay,
So they're an excellent, or they run that shop. I wish there was more shops like that or businesses like that. It would make it easier for you and I. And that's why I'm here tonight to express
okay,
my history with this business.
okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else in favor?
I live on Rack Road. My name is Timothy Braden. I also done business with them and they were very fair. Price wise, very, very fair compared to any other place around. And I trusted them. They did great work and they stand behind the warranty, what they do. So I would be very much in favor of them.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Ron Day, and I also are in favor of that. I just put a ditto mark on the gentleman's statements. And to let you know, I've been going there probably longer than anybody here. I was when Jim had his first shop down at the Shell station where the expressway came out the ramp there. I was having cars fixed by him there.
Okay. That's a long time ago. That's a long time. All right, anybody else in favor? Nobody else? You three are with the business?
Right.
All three of them? Okay. All right, we're gonna close the in favor part of it. And now we're gonna open up if anybody opposed. Seeing none, we're gonna close that part of the public hearing. All right, so we'll have it down that nobody was opposed, everybody here was for, and we've got a couple guys just to come and watch us work. All right, I think, Travis, you got stuff?
The only question I have at the moment is, current. I was not here last, so I'll plead ignorant on this, current place of operation.
Okay, where's the shop at now?
950 Wabash Ave, Suite 2 in Chesterton.
Okay. And how long you been there?
We've been there for 3 years.
Okay. All right.
Clarification to the last meeting, just because this is the public hearing, this matters. There's no heavy trucks that are doing work on here, correct? Correct. Okay. Second thing too is outside storage is gonna be kept to a minimum. There's not gonna be anything more than say 3 or 4 days of necessary work. In a week, other than that, no long-term storage, no like spare cars sitting around. Okay. Those are the two things I wanted to have as a clarification.
Nothing. I do have something. Nothing parked in front of the building. And everything goes behind the gate at night. And like I say, we need to have it cleaned up. One other thing. And if you know my wife, she said, are they having any landscape? If you could put some stuff in there.
Yeah,
If you don't mind, it's convenient to me as a customer to this business. In the front. For a consideration as a drop off. I can drop off a vehicle.
We're not talking about drop offs, we're talking about,
Bring it in the next day,
yes, you can drop it off there, throw your keys through the slot.
and then,
And
the next day.
And the next day, they'll run out, pick it up, put it in. That's not what we're talking about. We don't want cars sitting out there for a week or two waiting to be fixed and everything else. That's my interpretation of what it is. But I know when I go to my guy, I'll park it there at night, throw the keys through the slot in the door. And he'll call me the next day and say, it's ready to come pick it up. And that's, now, we do have your 30-day. There is a paper right there, notarized, that we have. There is a 30-day policy there. If you don't come and get it, it's gone.
Because what I was getting at is if someone doesn't pay, there's a lien. I don't want something sitting out there for 6 months, just waiting.
Right. I can't pay. You know, whatever. So,
There's not enough space on that in the back property for stuff like that to happen.
right. Okay,
That's what I have.
You guys already covered last one in terms of scope of repairs, all that type of stuff.
yeah, we went through it last time. It's light duty. And go from there and you know, it's in the chart. It's a special exception for light duty, and if you look up light duty, light and medium duty is up to 26,000 pounds. That's it. So that's eliminating all your trucks and everything else out of there. And that, and there's not a gate in the back, is there? There's no gate, the Old Porter Road?
no, sir.
Okay, that's your security for your vehicles sitting out there. Okay, all right, whatever. Let's hear what you got to
I'm
say.
going to approve this, given the conditions that we discussed the other day.
Okay, I got a motion
I'll second.
and I have a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, Michelle.
Timothy Meunier,
Yes.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Bob Casilius,
Yes.
Bernie Poprun.
Yes. All right, thank you. Thanks for coming in. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the summer. Appreciate it. Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. We'll be glad to see you here, so we can just run down the street and get the cars. All right.
Okay, I think that, but I'll let you know.
All right.
No,
Is there
it'll be in
any
our,
other
and then they sign paperwork.
old business? Old business, no new business? Anybody here for the good of the order? You're just here.
I was just here as a spectator as well.
Okay, Charlie. Good of the order? Anything, gonna be the 25th of
Yes.
next month? The two public hearings? And I'm gonna drop a bomb on you guys. That's for you.
I'm not here next month.
I'm not here. All right, we might have to, are we gonna have a quorum? All right, we'll work it out and let everybody know.
If you're gonna bump the next meeting, can you have a special meeting then to?
You want to pay for a special meeting, we'll have a special meeting.
Right, but because how many people do you need to have a meeting?
Yeah.
Three. So will there be three people here or not?
I don't know,
We'll have to see.
we'll have to see what Jim's got,
Okay.
the one he just got out of the hospital today, right?
Hmm,
So that's why he's not here.
No, I understand.
And what's that?
I should be fine.
Okay, okay.
Next time, but still you.
Well, one
I
of you
can see
guys,
if I can move, I'll see if I can move the flight.
And just random, can people attend, can you guys attend a Zoom meeting and still call it a meeting? Or do you have to, everybody have to be in person?
I'll be on the plane.
yeah, well,
Yes.
I do,
will be,
they have to be seen and heard.
So does that mean via like technology or in person or like?
Like it can be Zoom, but they have to be
Oh,
seen
it
and
can't be
heard.
Zoom. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
but there's no way I can do Zoom with what I have to do.
Yeah.
Right? And he's gonna be in an airplane,
Yeah, no, that's
so there's
I'll see
no.
if I can move the flight and just if I can move it back and visit my daughter.
Oh,
In Denver.
I see, we'll let you know
that's fine.
as soon as possible, okay?
Do you know how much a special meeting is?
Not offhand, I don't.
No.
No.
That's-
Call in the morning,
Yeah,
call Lori over there, she'll tell you. Okay? All righty. Announcement. I got one more thing.
Move that we adjourn. Second.
Don't fight. All right, we got a motion and a second for adjournment, roll call.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Bob Casilius,
yes.
Timothy Meunier,
Yes.
Bernie Paprad.
Yes. All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks.